Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So, a lot of newer players have been asking me now, how do I make currency as a newer player? What can I do to do these 40-50x investment strategies? Guys, it's not realistic, okay? 40-50x strategies, people that are doing these are very efficient in Path of Exile. They play a lot, you know, they're probably so efficient they've got somebody wiping the sweat off their fucking foreheads while they're playing so they don't miss a map. It's not realistic. I will give you a very realistic strategy you can do as a new player right now, with low investment, low budget. You know, you just need to be able to do basically red tier maps as it goes. Yeah, so I'm going to jump in the strat. I've tested it myself. I will show you the loot that I got from doing it with standard watchstones and stuff. I'll see you in a second. Hi guys, so let's jump right into what I was doing. So I've been farming Cowboy Hamlet, as you can probably see, and I'm doing absolutely nothing special for this project. Now I am using Jun, I am doing the Cirrus, and I'm farming the region, and I will show you just how much currency you can make doing those three things. So I'm going to start with the Hayward Hamlet. Since this is more beginner friendly, I'm going to literally explain everything I do, so it will help you out if you are new. So to start with, you can see I have 4 watchstones in Hayward Hamlet and 1 in every other region. Now what this does is this will let you sustain the red maps here and prevent red maps dropping for all of these regions, meaning you will never have to buy maps for this region. This will help you every single league, so make sure you do this if you want to target a specific region. Now I'm using 4 normal watchstones to kind of simulate being a newer player for this. I'm not using these ones that, you know, amplify the maps even more. And I do have Uncharted Realms, but I was using normal watchstones, so this one doesn't really matter. I was not using sextants for this to make it an even cheaper strategy. I used close alloys, which would affect it a little bit by giving me more Jun missions, adept tracker, which would also affect it a little bit, and neural pathways, which would affect it by about 50C. So if you have any points in the Uncharted Realms, I would highly recommend taking Close Alloys first, and then Adept Tracker if you're going to do this, because Cirrus is always money, and Master Missions, specifically Jun, are always money. Now, in Hayward Hamlet, there's a reason I'm farming this, and not this, or this, or this, like every other YouTuber is. So Hayward Hamlet is very good, and it's specifically good for beginners. It's probably the best region you can farm with low investment, and the reason for that is essences. And essences have been changed in 3.14, so you can no longer farm the highest tier from things like, you know, blight chests or heist chests, stuff like that. So let's go over the nodes that you will take. You only need 4 points in Hayward Hamlet to do this. The other 6 do not matter. They help, but they do not matter. You do not require them. So the little nodes just give you a 40% increased chance to get an additional essence inside a essence. This is the most important one, control corruption. Corrupting imprisoned monsters in areas cannot release them. Areas can contain an additional essence. So to corrupt an essence, you would use a remnant of corruption, and what it means when it says cannot release them, when you val an item, it bricks, you know, it changes its stats and whatnot. That is essentially what the releasing them is for the remnant. It is a brick. So this effectively removes the chance to brick your essence, which means it will either stay the same or it will upgrade. So this is huge, especially if you want to make money. This is by far the most important. And then amplified essences found in areas are a tier higher, which is also good because higher tier equals more money. And then for the rest, if you do have more points, I've taken Ritual and Focused Investigation. Now, if you have 6, take Focused Investigation. And then for the other 2, you can take Ritual if you want. I've just taken it just for a little bit more potential to make some money. You can take Harvest if you know how to farm with Harvest. It's still profitable if you know how. And also, these are fine to take if you really want. This one will give you a Syndicate safe house every now and then, but you know, it's completely up to you guys. Just make sure you take these 4. So in terms of the Atlas, that is pretty much it. So let's go over what I'm doing. So the reason essences are so good is because essence is on the map device, and it is the very first map mod you can get. Being the very first, you know, you don't have to do mini map completions to unlock it, and it only costs 2 chaos. Now it gives you 2 additional essences per, you know, use on top of the actual Atlas thing as well. This one also puts another one in, so you have 3 essences guaranteed. Now, this is so good because no matter what, you will never lose your 2C, okay? You will only ever make profit from this map device. This is guaranteed. So, yeah, put that on, and then I always put Jun on. Try to get as much Jun as possible, and I will show you the amount of sheer loot that Jun can give you in the video later on. And if you do not have Jun, I would personally go with Zana because I like her. But you can also do Alva, which is fine, or Ironheart. It's really up to you. But by far, Jun is the most profitable. So, how much did I make and what did I do? So, all I did was take tier 14 to tier 16 maps in Haywalk, and I alchemied them. I put them in the map device, put Jun on, and I put the Essence map mod on, and I went. And it's as simple as that, guys. I did nothing special, okay? I did not use any sextants. I didn't even chisel the maps. Obviously, I probably should because it's tier 14 to 16. But for the sake of like simulating a newer player, I didn't do it. I just pretended I didn't have any chisels. Alchemy and go. And what do you think I yielded from that? Surely it couldn't have been that much profit, right? Wrong. Alch and Go is probably the best way you can actually make money in any sense because it's so cheap and it is pretty much guaranteed profit. Okay, all you have to do, your investment's going to be in alchemy and a map, essentially. So you will pretty much always make profit from the map. Now, how much profit is that? As you can see from this tab, it's quite a fair amount. I ran 50 maps, putting Jun on not all of those because I did run out of missions at some point. But I did it up until I had 2 Catarinas, which gave me 8 Syndicate safe houses. So I'd probably say it was something like 29 Jun missions. If you don't have that much, then that's fair enough. Just stick Zana on and off you go. But this is what I got. And I'm going to show you, I put it on the spreadsheet so you don't just have to look at that and be like, well, that's nice. So let's show you how much it comes to. So, results from Alch and Go for 50 maps, plus Betrayal and Cirrus. 50 maps ran, 50 map mods used for essences. I just thought I'd note down a few little side things, which was rituals found. I found 14 of them out of 50. I killed 2 masterminds. I killed 2 Cirruses. I had 8 syndicate safe houses. 5 trial master fights, which was strange for me, honestly, because I hadn't really encountered him before I started doing this. So I think they buffed him and just not told anyone. And 10 Maven boss fights. Sorry. Now, if I was being super efficient, I would have run a different map every single time, and I would have had 5 Maven boss fights, but I'm lazy, and, fuck it. So, how much did it cost? So, rolling the maps cost approximately 25C, because I had to also, re-roll, and alchemies are very cheap anyway, so sometimes I'd have to use the chaos to re-roll it. Essence map mod guaranteed 100C for 50 maps. And then all Natal Breach Stones I've thrown in here. This is for Jun, and I will explain it soon. So, total 314 chaos spent. Time investment, 7 hours. Now, obviously, you can do this way faster. It depends. You could probably do 12 maps an hour if you wanted, which would speed it up quite a lot. It wouldn't even take 5 hours. Now, let's look at the loot. Okay, now I just want to clarify, when I did these maps, I did every mechanic it offered me. And this is how you will make money without any investment. Just do absolutely everything, do absolutely everything that you can. Do the Trial Master, do Blights, do Tain, do Rituals, do it all, guys. If you don't have much currency, just make sure you get the most out of your maps. So, as you can see, from raw currency, I have made 936 in total. Some of the big drops include Ancient Orbs and Exalted Orbs. And I haven't priced these Val Orbs or these Scourings for some reason. Okay, I'm a bit of a paga. But that is fine, guys, because, okay, this is going to be like, what, 30C more. Just pretend it's there. So, I had 3 Exalted Orb drops. Now, this is kind of a lot for 50 maps. However, these weren't raw drops. I had 1 raw drop. I had 1 from the Trial Master fight. And I had 1 from Ritual. So, not super rare, but, it's a good outcome in my opinion. And then, yeah, just 66 Chaos, 8 Divine Orbs, which also come in the form of 6 links from the Trial Master. It's just random 6 link drops and stuff like that. And then these Ancient Orbs I would have got from Ritual. And then some Valkyrie Orbs, which just are new, but very rare, even though they're kind of wank. So, yeah, 936 Raw Chaos, essences, which is, you know, our 2C investment effectively. So guys, this is what your 2C can get you. So 100 in, 916 out. Now, I have essences of horror, insanity, delirium, and hysteria here. I have a few of those. Those are the absolute top tier ones that you can get from corrupting. You have to use a remnant of corruption to get these. Now, I will note that I did not buy any remnant of corruptions. I just used ones that came from the maps. I didn't use them all. As you see, I still have 3 left over for 12C. If you don't want to use them, you can sell them in bulk for 4C each. However, I think, in my opinion, it is worth, because even if you don't get the top tier, you can still get like deafening essences. Like, as you can see, I've got quite a lot of them. So I would personally use them, but it's up to you if you don't want to risk it. But as you can see, the top tier ones are very expensive. Up horror, which is one of the most expensive one, is 44C, and then insanity 96C for free, and then delirium 68. And hysteria 129. So of horror and hysteria are the best ones you can possibly get, and that nets us 916C on top. So just from the map's raw currency and the essences themselves, you can already see we've made 1800 chaos, which, you know, out can go is insane. So let's add even more juice to that. Let's put our betrayal on. Let's do our Cirrus. So you don't have to do Cirrus, I should say this first and foremost. If you feel like your build cannot do Cirrus, you can sell your Cirrus. If you just go to like a trade channel, or there's someone on your friends list or something, you know, you can just go into here, put one to sell Cirrus, Awakening level 8. Just make sure it's Awakening level 8, because I'm not sure if anyone buys anything underneath that. You can sell them for 2 to 3 exalted orbs to people. Now, if you do this, make sure they pay you first, just so you don't get scamazed. And then make sure once you open the portal, okay, make sure they can enter first so the portals aren't locked. But you have to go in and you have to activate the Cirrus encounter, you know, where he bitch slaps Kirak. And once he fucks off through the portal, you just come out of the map and you tell the guy that wants to do it, hey man, go inside, he's ready, and then he will just do it, and, you know, there you go, easy money. But I personally chose to do them because I can do them, and I think he's worth doing it every time if you can do him. Now, in this case, it didn't pay off for me. I made less than I would have if I sold them, but, you know, if you can do them, I would recommend going for them anyway. And then for the betrayal themselves, so I fought Team Masterminds, but the Mastermind drops themselves don't really apply here, because all I got was a diadem and the really bad shield that no one cares about. So I could have got a Can of Colourmac or a Cinder Swallow Flask, and I would have made a lot more. But that's fine. So the main things you want to target with Betrayal will be It That Fled in Research, Ashling in Research at level 3 if you're doing Mastermind, and Tora in Intervention. Tora in Intervention will give you these Harbinger Scarabs, and as you can see, they are very expensive, 154C. If Tora is level 3 and you fight the Mastermind, she will drop a winged one, and those winged ones go for 93 chaos. And as you can see over here, I believe I got one. Yep, I got one. So yeah, very profitable. Also, these All Natal Pure Breachstones that you get from It That Fled at level 3 in Research are super valuable. So you can buy a normal Breachstone for All Natal for 63 chaos, and then sell it for 150. So that is insane profit margins. Chayula is not worth as much if you upgrade, so don't bother upgrading Chayula, it's not worth it. So yeah, that about covers it. As you can see, we've made an additional 1,311 just from doing Betrayal and Cirrus, along with our maps. And then miscellaneous drops. So these are just things that will drop every now and then, you know. 50 maps, there's a good chance to get some decent uniques. Some of these maps which drop from killing the map bosses at tier 14, plus the Twisted Distant Memories. I got an augmented one as well, but this was from a Trial Master fight, not from a map boss. A Corrupted Blood Jewel from, I believe it was Ritual. Chaos damage over time, increased chaos damage. If you get mods that complement each other like this, typically they do suffer a bit more. This one was valued at 1x on trade with similar mods, so I'm just pricing that at 1x for now. Yeah, and not really anything too special. It just adds up as you go along. So 859 chaos over here, just for miscellaneous stuff. Now, I should note down that I am using an uber strict filter, and my uber strict filter does not show me 6 socket items. But if you do not have a lot of currency already, you should definitely take every 6 socket, sell it to the vendor, and then convert those to fusings and sell them. That is one of the easiest ways to make currency. I didn't do it just for the sake of my filter, to be honest. I kind of forgot, I'm not gonna lie, and I've only just remembered. But yeah, you should definitely do that if you want to make even more. And then scarabs, you know, just you get them every now and then from like things like Delirium, Blight, bits and bobs. So this is what I got. It's an additional 186C, so it is quite nice to have. And also, if you want, you can just use them. Harbinger being the most valuable right now, thanks to everyone farming Valdos. So, how much should I make from Alk and Go? No chisels, nothing, slap essence on. It's going to be more than you think, and I will show you right now in Chaos. That is not bad, guys. That is not bad. So, 4,208 Chaos Orbs turnover, so you deduct the cost, which is 3,894 Chaos profit. So, Chaos per hour, if I was to do it that way. I don't really like doing this because it makes it sound like work. So, yeah, if you like it like that, yeah, 556 from Alk and Go plus Essence with a bit of Betrayal and Cirrus. So, if I put that to Exalted Orbs, 28 turnover, 25.96 exalts, 3.7 an hour. Now, that is a really good amount, honestly. If you are a casual player and you're making 3.7x an hour just from doing something like this, this is very, very good. So yeah, this requires no investment, guys. If you want to do this, just go for it. If I've missed anything off this video, feel free to comment and I will try and reply to your comment in the comment section below. If you liked it, you know, give it a like and all that bollocks. So another thing I'll go over, just in case anyone's curious, in the intro I insta-killed the Trollmaster. This is the build I was using for that. It is a face breaker max block character with 79 block. If you want, I can do a slight little guide for this, I guess, if you want to see it. Or I will put the path of building in the description so you can pull it through yourself. The DPS for this build is currently at about, I don't know, I think it's like 16 million or something, with 181,000 EHP. So this is quite a nice build. I'm really enjoying. Yeah. So that's about it, guys. I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching and take care, guys. Good luck.